The Beatles are set to unveil a new compilation album titled Anthology 4, which will feature 13 previously unheard tracks. Scheduled for release on November 21st in an expanded box set, the album arrives later this year to mark 3 decades since the debut of the Anthology series in 1995. The earlier 3 volumes, which included demos, outtakes, and live performances, were originally accompanied by a book and a documentary series in the 1990s under the banner The Beatles Anthology. That series will return in remastered form with a 9th installment launching on Disney Plus on November 26th, coinciding with the new album's release. The original Anthology project served as a retrospective of the band's career, with Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr working together to bring it to life. As part of the process, Paul consulted with Yoko Ono regarding unreleased material by John Lennon that could be included. From those discussions came the singles Free as a Bird and Real Love, which were released in December 1995 and March 1996. A third track, Now and Then, a ballad John had written but never issued before his death in 1980, was ultimately shelved at the time because George wasn't fond of it. Decades later, in 2023, Now and Then finally appeared, reconstructed with John's restored vocals from his home demo, George's guitar parts recorded in 1995, and new contributions by Paul and Ringo. The vocals were cleaned up with artificial intelligence, isolating Lennon's original performance. The upcoming 9th episode of the documentary will also present never-before-seen footage of Paul, George, and Ringo working together during 1994 to 1995 on the Anthology collections. Alongside Anthology 4, the new box set will include remastered editions of Anthology 1, 2, and 3, overseen by Giles Martin, son of Beatles producer George Martin. Altogether, the 191-track release will be made available on streaming services, as well as in 12 vinyl and 8 CD formats. It will feature unreleased demos, session material, rare recordings, and updated mixes of Free as a Bird and Real Love. These new mixes were crafted by their original producer, Jeff Lynne of the Electric Light Orchestra, using demixed versions of John's vocals. In addition, a newly remastered edition of the original Free as a Bird music video will debut on Thursday. The box set will be accompanied by the original liner notes from the first 3 anthologies, along with fresh commentary on Anthology 4 written by Beatles historian Kevin Howlett. It will also include an introduction drawn from 1996 interviews with Derek Taylor, the Beatles' longtime friend and advisor. Separately, a 25th anniversary edition of the Beatles Anthology book, first published in 2000, will be released on October 14th.